I spent the last year helping 20 life insurance agents cross $20,000 a month in their telesales business. And in this video, I want to share with you the 5 things that will guarantee you can get there too. Number 1 is that you only will get good by putting in the reps and doing the work. I want to share with you one of my clients that came to me on our enrollment call. What he shared with me was actually pretty vulnerable, and most people wouldn't even think to share this. But he comes to me and he's like, "Hey, Johnny, I want to hit these big goals. I want to hit 20 to 30K a month, but I've never sold a policy before." He's like, "Hey Johnny, can you, before we even start the marketing, before we even talk about sales, can you help me walk through an application? Because I don't even know how to enroll clients into a policy," right? Even if somebody wanted to buy right now, I don't even know how to actually go through the application process. So it was very simple. We just walked them through exactly how to fill out an application. And what's crazy is 30 days after that, he tells me and texts me and messaged me in Slack and says, "Hey, I actually just crossed $48,000 in my business my first 30 days working with you." And so the lesson in this is that volume negates luck. All he did was do the work. He put in the reps, took extreme ownership and responsibility, and he was actually really coachable. What he did was he followed the exact scripts. He followed the exact word tracks. He overcame the objections the exact same way that other top producers have. But then also he said, "Hey, I'm going to work the same exact leads. I'm going to follow the same script. I'm going to follow the exact schedule. I'm going to put in the dials and reps that I need to succeed." Nothing will escape you actually putting in the work. You can't escape it. Just put in the reps and you're going to get the result. Number 2 is that scared money doesn't make money. All 20 of these agents actually bet on themselves. Like Alex Hormozi says, they're not betting on the S&P 500, they're betting on the SME 500. And so the lesson in this is that they actually chose to bet on themselves. They knew that if it's meant to be, it's up to me. They knew, they had the mindset that, hey, if I want to win, if I want to succeed, if I actually want to make the money that I want to make, I need to actually get the coaching. I need to speed up the learning curve, because time is money. The more time that I spend trying to figure this out, the more money that I'm actually costing myself. The reality is you're going to spend what you think is less important to you. So you can either spend more time, which you can never get back, or you could spend the money, which you could get back even if it didn't work. So bet on yourself and trust the process. They're all scaling their ad spend from $700 to $1,000 per week in their businesses so they can have an abundance of lead flow. And that leads me to point number 3. You have to be getting 150 to 200 leads a week. The reality is, in the life insurance business, leads are the lifeblood of the business. So you have to have constant marketing going out. You have to have constant new people coming in, fresh leads that you can speak to on a day-to-day basis so that it's easy to actually work. I see a lot of agents make the mistake of not having enough people to talk to. And so because their talk time is so low, they don't even give themselves the opportunity and the chance to make the income that they want to make. So have 150 to 200 leads a week. And typically that shakes out when you're generating your own. And on average, these 20 agents are generating their leads from $5 to $7 a piece using the Goldilocks method. Now from here, they're closing 5 to 10% of those leads that are coming in, right? Take Max, for example. He goes and spends less than $1,000 a week and actually makes back $19,000 in 5 days. It can add up really fast, but you have to give yourself enough lead flow to be able to make the income that you want to make. Number 4 is that each of these agents followed a proven script. And this was a one-call close question-based framework. These agents were not just setting appointments and trying to get people to show up and having a huge drop-off of people who actually set an appointment, wanted the insurance, but didn't actually show up to the appointment. When they get them on the phone, that phone call is to actually close them into a policy, get them approved, get the policy issued, and get paid the next day. It's like a conveyor belt. It starts on one side of the factory, and each part of the process does a specific thing. So at the end of the conveyor belt, when it gets to the end, there's the same end result that happens. And so when they get a client on the phone, they're going to take them through the process where each part of the script is going to do a specific thing to be able to build urgency, bring out emotion, show logic, and so on and so forth, to be able to, at the end of the day, after 30 to 45 minutes of talking with this client, they're ready to buy right now. They have an internal urgency and they have an internal motivation to get a policy today, get their family protected, and at the end of the day, get enrolled in the policy right now. So for them, they all use a simple but yet effective script that they could memorize, that they had on their screen, and every single time they got on the phone, the goal was to close on a policy. And number 5, if you want to go fast, go alone, right? But if you want to go far, go together. All these 20 agents realize the power of having a community, power of having a tribe, because when you have a high tide, it raises all ships. When we found out about carriers going down or news happening in the industry, we were the first people to know because we have a community of other like-minded agents that are wanting to grow and scale their business too. And here's the thing, you can have the sales, you can have the marketing side dialed in, you have the perfect script, you have all these things that I mentioned before, but if you don't have a community, if you're not around other people that are motivating you, that are bringing you up and keeping it positive on the days that you feel like you're striking out over and over and over again, you don't have the same conviction that you had before, and you think that it's the leads or the script or blah blah blah, whatever it is, and you actually end up burning out if you don't have the people in there that when you're not making the sales, they just drop a $2,500 deal in the chat, and that's motivating. If you don't have that, you're just gonna burn out and you're just gonna run yourself dry. And I've seen too many agents fall into this path that they don't have a community, they don't have a tribe, and they don't have a place that's actually driving them to get to that next level. And so all these agents understood the importance of having a community, getting around people that you're not going to rise to your potential, you're going to fall to your standards, who have high standards. And so when the standard is high performance and the standard is excellence and the standard is hitting $20,000 to $30,000 a month, it's just like the old saying goes, the 4 closest friends that you hang around with, you're probably going to be the 5th person. So you might as well shift the odds into your favor and become that 5th person and get around people who you want to become. If you love this video, subscribe right now for more videos just like these. And if you want to actually get a part of a growing community so you become the next 20K a month agent, then click the link down below to learn more. Click this video right here so you can copy the exact framework that all these agents used as well.